Alcohol should have cancer warning labels, say doctors and researchers pushing to raise awareness of risk.
Here's a summary of the article.
Alcohol is one of the top 3 causes of preventable cancer, so why aren't Canadians being informed about the risks? Health experts say it's time to put warning labels on alcohol, something the industry has pushed back against. Few Canadians know the truth, and few may want to hear it. Alcohol, any amount of alcohol, can cause cancer. According to the Canadian Institute for Substance Use Research, only about 25% of Canadian drinkers know that alcohol can cause cancer. CBC's The National reached out to Beer Canada, Spirits Canada and Wine Growers Canada asking whether they accept the link between alcohol and cancer, and whether they believe they have a responsibility to inform consumers of that risk. Wine Growers Canada said it is aware of the health risks that may be associated with alcohol consumption, and it recently launched the Right Amount initiative, to provide Canadians with information and tools to help make informed decisions on alcohol consumption. It noted that the website includes responsible drinking guidelines, a standard drink calculator, and harm reduction recommendations for at-risk groups including pregnant women and youth. Spirits Canada added there are several policies in place to ensure consumers are aware of the risks of misusing alcohol, including government-controlled liquor boards, legal drinking age requirements, as well as restrictions on where alcohol can be sold and the setting of minimum prices. Combined with the other labels that remained on alcohol containers for a total of 4 months, researchers found that by the end of the study alcohol sales dropped by about 7%.
This post received a score of 34,000, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
They should at least list calories IMO.
Some companies are starting this. Diageo, who own Crown Royal, Johnnie Walker, Captain Morgan and many others are putting nutrition info on the bottles now.
They tried this in Yukon Territory in Canada. It lasted all of 3 weeks before the alcohol industry pushed back.
Haha, nice. It's big tobacco and big sugar all over again. We'll never learn.
The people, we want the freedom to do what we want. Corporations, that lines up just great with our goals of selling you addictive poison for huge profits. The people, hang on, what's that? Corporations, tell your government they can't tell you what to do. The people, hell yeah.
Scientist, this corporation sells poison. Corporation, this scientist hates freedom. The people, burn the witch.
The people, we request the freedom of ignorance.
You can still enjoy drinking whilst knowing it carcinogenic. It just informs people to make smarter consumption choices. Factor in my personal genetic predispositions so I know exactly how much I'm risking by indulging. That way I can still freely enjoy something while making more informed consumption choices.
Probably because hearing "this causes cancer" makes it harder to relax and enjoy your cancer drink. But you know what we should do? Find an alternative to alcohol which is safe and does basically the same thing. Then we could all just use that instead.
That'd be dope. Hey, dope.
I always wondered, but of course never dug deep to find out. How are nutrition labels required on basically everything in the US, even water? But for alcohol it's a marketing gimmick for them to provide anything? As in, you won't see calories listed unless they're trying to sell you on it being a light beer. You will barely ever see an ingredient list, or the fact that half the beers I've encountered can't even be bothered to tell you the ABV. I always assumed it was somehow related to end of prohibition granting these extra hands-off powers from the Gov, but obviously that's just a rondo.
It's because alcohol is governed by a different agency. Despite being both a food and a drug, it is governed by the ATF, Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms, rather than the FDA. OBV. Since tobacco and firearms don't need nutrition labels, alcohol doesn't either.
I think this is true, but it's total bullshit. Anything that can be consumed should have an ingredients list.
And alcohol, tobacco and firearms should be the name of a convenience store rather than a government agency.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.